Welcome back to the Barbecue Lab. My name is David Gafford, and I'm joined by Melissa, my lovely and talented wife, who's going to help teach us what to do with leftover beef brisket today. And today, we're going to make brisket chili. Okay, so whenever we have brisket and we have leftovers, I love the leftovers of brisket because I know that means one of the things we probably are going to make is brisket chili. And so we always take our leftovers and we package them up in aluminum foil and we freeze them in the freezer, and then whenever it comes time for chili, we pull those leftovers out and we put them in this homemade chili that we made. So today we're going to show you how we make our homemade chili. So Melissa, tell us about the first step.
First step, we need to saute some vegetables. We've got about a half of a red pepper, 1/2 of a green pepper, about half of a white onion, and just shy of 1 jalapeno. We didn't quite have a full jalapeno, but I would recommend a full jalapeno to go into this to add a little bit of heat.
All right, so we're just going to saute this in our Dutch oven and get a little bit of caramelization going on these. And then other than that, we're going to put the rest of the ingredients in and we're going to put it on the smoker, right?
Yep.
All right. All right, now we're going to go ahead and add the spices to it. We have a little bit of kosher salt and ground black pepper. We'll add that in. We have our cumin. We're going to go ahead and add our cumin in. A little bit of smoked paprika. And our chili powder. And we're just adding those spices to the vegetable mixture, get it nice and incorporated in, and then we'll go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, now we're going to add our Worcestershire sauce. And we're going to go ahead and start getting our tomatoes. We have some crushed tomatoes. We have 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. We have some fire roasted diced tomatoes. Love the smoky char on the outside of that. And we have some black beans, a whole can of black beans, a can of kidney beans. Oh, these are the dark red kidney beans. And then once we get that all incorporated, all that's left is to add our brisket. All right, this is our foil pack of brisket that we use whenever we have leftover brisket. We'll make these little foil packs, and a lot of times I'll chop up the brisket to be able to be ready to use in chili. And so I'm talking about just a cut that looks a little bit like this. Nice, it's not ground, but it's just chopped up. And this is gonna go great inside this chili, as it's just gonna put just smoky, incredible flavor throughout. I mean, look at the smoke ring you can even see on that brisket from what we had left over, and we're gonna add that smoky goodness to our chili. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna crumble it right into our chili mixture. And I'd say all in all, we probably have right around 10 ounces or so of brisket, but you can add as much as you want. I mean, you wanna add a pound of brisket, half pound of brisket, whatever you wanna add, that choice is up to you, but we had about 10 ounces of this package, and we usually just add 1 package to the chili, and I gotta tell you, it's gonna be delicious. All right, so we've got our chili put together. It's ready to get it out on the smoker. And today we're using the Lone Star Grill 24 by 48 offset. And we're gonna stick this on some hickory smoke. So we've got some hickory smoke rolling in here. And we're rolling right around 250 to 275. This isn't a race. We're just gonna let this thing get on there and let it get some smoke on it. We're gonna start it covered to get it up to temperature. Then here in a little bit, we'll take the top off and let it actually reduce down and get so concentrated and delicious. All right, so our chili's been on for about 45 minutes, and this brisket chili, I went ahead and took the lid off so that we can actually get a little bit more smoke inside, and we can let some of the moisture evaporate and concentrate the flavor. But let's check in and see what it looks like here at 45 minutes. But all I'm gonna do is give this a quick stir. Make sure that we're getting heated even through. The different portions of the chili have access to smoke on the top. And we're gonna let this roll for another, I'd say half hour, 45 minutes again. You can let this go for hours and hours, depending on the heat that you're going on. We're only smoking at about 250 today, but just know that you're gonna get to the point where you have to decide, do you want more smoke? Do you want it to actually reduce down some more? What do you want? And that helps you determine how long it should be on. But I want this to go for at least another 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, and then we're gonna have some delicious concentrated brisket chili. Our brisket chili has been on the smoker for right around 2.5 hours, all in total. And I gotta tell you guys, this is one that you are gonna want to try at home. It's a delicious recipe. All you gotta do is take a look and you're gonna say, man, it looks delicious. Come on, take a look. It's got those fire roasted tomatoes. It's got the brisket. It has the beans. I know some of the purists are going to be like, oh, it has beans. Well, you know what? Leave beans out. That's fine. If you don't want the beans, you don't have to use the beans. But this right here is what I'm talking about with leftover brisket chili. And you can see how that brisket has started to pull apart in there. Oh man, that's going to be good. All we got to do now is take it inside, let it sit for a minute or two, and then we're going to try it. Our brisket chili has come off the smoker, and I cannot wait to give this a go. But when we start looking at putting this in a bowl, there's one thing you can do. You can't just take a spoonful and put it in a bowl. But at the same time, there's really, really good toppings you can throw on top. Maybe it's gonna need a little bit of cheddar cheese. Maybe you want a little bit of sour cream on top. Maybe you want a little green onions. I'm telling you, that's the way that we like to fix our chili. A little dollop of sour cream, a few green onions on top, and I think we're gonna be ready to give this a try.
Okay. Cheese up. Smells amazing.
It definitely smells like smoked chili. It smells really, really good. So, you ready? Mm-hmm. Let's give this a whirl. This is still hot, I can tell. Yeah. It's been off the smoker for 15 minutes. It's still blazing hot. Then that brisket is just fall apart. Brisket just falls apart in your mouth. It's the right amount of spice for me.
Yeah.
That amount of chili powder, that smoked paprika that was in there.
I like the smoked tomatoes.
Fire roasted
tomatoes, yeah.
So good. Well, here's the deal. If you have leftover brisket and you're not sure what to do with it, we've given you quite a few different options here on the channel. But smoked brisket chili is one of the ways to go for sure. We want you to give this recipe a try and amaze your friends. I mean, you can tell them it's your recipe. You don't have to tell them about us. That's okay. But the whole idea of what we do this for is we want you to win your weekend. We want to give you recipes, tips, and techniques to make you better at what you do. And we can't wait to see you when you make this, and leave a comment down below in the bottom of this video. So if you like what you saw here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you can be notified when new videos come out, because we're putting 1 or 2 videos out every week throughout the entire year, and we'd love to be able to help make you a better pit master. So this has been David and Melissa from the Barbecue Lab, and we look forward to seeing you next time.